Yeah, YouTubers, Tasman here, bringing you another episode of Fantasy Grounds from the ground up. And in this episode, you might have seen it as we were flashing through different screens. We have two modules we're going to highlight. I don't think it's going to take that long, so this might be a super short episode. Not sure yet. Of course, I'm long-winded. I could probably stretch it out. So the first one that we're going to look at is called Token Height Indicator. And what this does is allows you to have height into your combat tracker to say, oh, this is a flying creature, it's 20 feet up. Now what it doesn't really do is when I have my character target that thing, it doesn't necessarily take in consideration that height. So it's just to give you an idea, that, oh, this is too high for you to hit, or you need some kind of range thing, even though it looks like you're right next to it. So there's that one. And the second one is called Extended Font Languages, or Extended Language Fonts. And this is one I think is really cool because it adds lots of other ones. As you can see, it actually adds 29 new language fonts for use in the chat language. And here's just a quick little sample of some of them. That's not all 29, but you can see it just has various other ones that this person has put together. Both these can be found on the Fantasy Grounds forums. All you have to do is go look up Token Height Indicator and Extended Language Fonts. Once you have those downloaded, you simply copy them or paste them, move them, whatever, into your extensions folder. So if you're on Fantasy Grounds, the quickest way to get there is you can actually just click on the little folder here, and you can see here's our extensions. So we can just drag them in there and we're good to go. Once you've done that, you just come in here and you will find both of them. One right here called 5e Height Indication, and the other one is called Extended Language Fonts. And this will get them all set. Then you hit Start on your Fantasy Grounds, and once it comes up, you're good to go. Just so you know how to actually use them, what you do is on the admin side, you come in and you can change your languages. Right here it says languages, and you'll notice we have just the standard languages, but what we downloaded is actually additional fonts. So for example, let's just say Halfling. It used to be that you only had a couple in here, and now you have a whole bunch. And you can play with them and figure out which ones you actually like the best to be Halfling. I don't know what half of them are, to tell you the truth. The ones that are listed here are pretty much the ones that are normally there. Draconic, Infernal, Dwarven, Elven, Primordial, Celestial I think is in there. Celestial, Infernal. I think I said Infernal already. So then we have Ancient Thoras. I don't know. So now if we say we're speaking Halfling, we could say, actually I just realized my caps lock was on. You'll say we get these fancy little weird things. And of course, as I've shown in past videos, and it's almost time for me to basically redo my from the ground up, starting with the interface, because a lot has changed since we initially did that. And with how much has changed, it might make sense to actually do another complete thing of going from the ground up, everything in the interface. So anyway, as you can see, it does do this. If we switch over to our player screen, you'll see that they do not know what it says. They just see the little, that looks different than the one we did, didn't it? Like a J, II. Oh, I bet it just does random. That is interesting, actually. Let's try it again. So exact same thing. We output the exact same thing. If it's not understood, no, they get the same thing, but it's a different font. That's interesting. I've never noticed if that's actually what it does normally. As you can see, she only speaks Elvish and Common. Hi there. So we get this little weird looking stuff there. And of course, because we are the GM, we understand it and we're able to see the translation. Now, is that the same one? A weird looking P. That is a very interesting, actually. So anyway, that is kind of this. You just need to go through and whatever languages you want to change, because you might want to say, oh, well, Undercommon's using Elven. Nah, I don't want that. What else is using Elven? Sylvan's using Elven. That's probably fine because they're kind of related. Elvish, of course, that makes sense. Aquan, not so much. Maybe Aquan speak Aqua. That makes sense to me, right? So now if we come, let's check Aqua out. Aquan. How are you? I wonder if it does the question mark. So we get these wavy looking things. Let's go see if that's the same in the other one. That one actually is the same. This looks like it's translating to a completely different font, which is kind of interesting. But that one does look the same. And it has the question mark at the back end of it, which is kind of funny. So at least we know a question was just asked of us. Let's see. So that's pretty much that. We're 7 minutes in. Like I said, this is going to be a short one. The second one is this height indicator, and there's only one setting inside options that you really need to worry about, and that is at the very bottom, token height indicator. You can say, can players change the height? Yes or no. So if we set it to no, this means players can't set their height. In the map, this is what you will see. It doesn't do anything in the combat tracker that I could see. That would be kind of cool if it did that. Like I said, as far as the game goes, it doesn't say, oh, he's actually, if he's 30 feet up, then what would that be roughly? I don't know. Too much math. Probably about, I guess it could just be 30. Well, it'd probably be the additional 10. So probably about 40 feet is the distance because it's going to go on an angle up. I'm not sure. I'm not very good at math, so I'm not going to worry about it. But anyway, here you can track that this one's 30 feet up. You could also say if there's water, if there's water, you could also say that they're underwater, 20 feet under, and so on and so forth. The way you do this is you hold down the Alt key and use the mouse wheel. Just to remind you also that holding the Shift key and the mouse wheel will rotate the token. Holding Control on the mouse key will actually change the size of the token. And now holding the Alt key will change the height of the token. So this is pretty cool. On the player side, if we go look, you can see that, yep, you can tell that this is this high, this is this high. Because we turned it off, they cannot change anything. I'm holding down Alt and scrolling right now on all three of these. Doesn't work. If we go back over to here and we say yes again, which is fine with me, you will see now that the player has the ability to change the height. Now, as a DM, you're probably thinking, I don't want them changing the height of my mobs. They still can't. Now, an interesting thing, what if we give them control of an NPC, like a wolf or something? Let's see if they can do that if they own the token. I just barely thought of that. So if we come in here, NPC, let's just do maybe a wolf. So here we have just a standard wolf. We'll go and drag it and drop it on top of Crystal here. And now if we, I need to go grab the I think I did that wrong. I think first, well, it does say that it's shared, which is good, but I need to then add it to the combat tracker. I'm going to unshare that real quick because I think what I want to do is drag said wolf from here to there. Actually, it's probably this, not the token. There we go. I think that worked. That's in case we have more than one wolf or something. So now if we come on to our player sheet, and I, of course, did not place the wolf on the thing. We need to change it to a good wolf. And let's go ahead and put the wolf right next to her. So now, let's see. Since it's Crystal's turn, I want to check something real quick. Yeah, I think that's just that token. So let's see if Crystal has the ability to control the wolf. Obviously, we do as the GM. She should be able to, I thought, because we gave it to her. Let's go double check and make sure it still says shared. I'm not sure where on earth we see that. Because I don't know that we see it in here, because now this is its own wolf entity. And we shared it with her so she can have the wolf sheet, right? So she's able to pull up the wolf sheet. That makes sense. She cannot make it go up or down. It's not showing that. She can increase its size and decrease its size, and she can rotate it. But I think she could do that with anyone. I could have swore, maybe I might have to go look this up, because I could have swore once you drag that on top of them, they have control of it. But it's not seeming to do that. Anyway, as you can see, this is purely a cosmetic type of... How do we get the none? Hello, go up, go down. Oh, I went too far. I think we need to get it to go down. How do you reset it? I mean, it seems like it doesn't. I wonder if you hold two keys, if maybe it increments by one. Interesting. A couple times we got it to actually just go away. Anyway, it is a free extension. Gives you a really quick way of seeing height for your different mobs and NPCs and everything, to give you an idea of where they actually sit on the vertical plane. So I think this will do it for the episode. It's a really short one. There was one more module or extension I was going to spotlight a little bit, but it didn't seem to be working at all in Fantasy Grounds Unity, even though it did say it has support for it. So maybe we'll do that in a later episode. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, even though it's short. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Aside from that, comment, like, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Check out my Discord and my other channels. Don't forget to tell everyone you know about my channel. Let's just grow the channel. Just be a happy Tasmanian family. And if there are any other ideas you want for my videos, Fantasy Grounds Unity from the ground up, be sure to let me know. And I will look into those things. And that's it. Until next time, I'll be seeing you later. Bye.